Okay, so one of the things that I get asked all the time about is how do I increase my sales? So whether you want to do it in home, whether you want to do it online, I'm going to go over just a little over 22, 23. Okay, it might be a little more than that. Different ways that you guys can do, or things, places that you can start to hopefully help you increase your sales for the month. So let's first go. The very first thing I think you need to do is host your own open house. When you are able to get people touching the product, seeing the product, feeling the product, trying things on, trying the different fabrics, that's by far the most important thing that you possibly can do. Because when people first start coming into the LulaRoe world, they always go to the safe thing. They go to the leggings first, and then they start gradually going out. But if you can get them in there from the get-go, get them in your house or trying on these clothes, and then they are able to see how they fit, how they're comfortable, how amazing they make us all feel, that right there will be one of the best things that you can do for your business. So get people inside your home. And you're going to be surprised, even if you put on your Facebook page, excuse me, even if you put on your Facebook page, hey, I'm having an open house, even if you only get 4 or 5 people, that's still a success. If you can get people into your home trying on different things, or the different styles, that's absolutely huge. The more people are trying things on, the greater your sales will be. I promise, okay? So if you can try to do at least one open house once a month. I know there are some people that do set times. So like every Tuesday, they have like from 10 to noon where they open their door. Or on Saturdays from, noon to 2, whatever fits you and your schedule. But it's just really, really huge for you to get people trying the items on. And one thing that I suggest that you also do is giving them an incentive to try on every single style that you carry. Some people might be going there just for the leggings, but rather than just the leggings, get them to try on everything. So even I know at my open houses, I offer $5 if they'll try on every single style, just $5 off their entire order. So if they get $100, that's okay. $5 is nothing. You're looking at like $55 in profit. So if you can take away $5 just for them to get to try on the Julia. The Julia is so intimidating for so many ladies because of the form fit. So if you can say, try on your normal size, try on 1 size up, try on 2 sizes up. I know I can go small, medium, large, depending upon the look I want. If I have a hot date with my husband, I might go small so it's a little more fitting. But if I'm wearing it to school, I'm going to be wearing it as a large, and I love it. I know a lot of people will wear it larger and put a belt to it, and then, I can't think of the word, but untuck it out a little so it kind of makes a little poof. It's amazing. It's so versatile. So some people are like, I don't want to try the Amelia. My hips are too big. I have big hips and I love the Amelia. Some people, you'd be surprised, even some people that have no hips might hate the Amelia because of that their chest or that their torso is so short. But the big thing here is just getting them to be able to try on the styles to see what they like and what they don't like. Another thing that you can do is swap out stuff. I get asked all the time, well, what happens when your inventory just sits that you've had for a while? I will tell you. So it is November of 2016. I joined the company in August of 2015. I sold something last week that I had from my initial inventory. So yeah, some things might sit a while. Not most, not a lot, but there are definitely some things that will. And I expected it. I joined kind of in the summer, fall. So a lot of my stuff was summer, which I thought I would sell right away, but I didn't, or when the summer came. But that's okay. I still was able to sell it. But so if you are one of those that don't like your inventory to sit as long, you do have the opportunity to do consultant swaps. When you do this, though, just be careful. Be careful going on like the BST pages or the buy, sell, trade pages, because you're losing a lot of money when you do this, because maybe you are giving 5 shirts and they're giving you 5 shirts in return, but those 5 shirts might cost you $20 to send to them. So you're losing that $20. So if you can find local consultants, that's a great place to start, just because it is one way of keeping your inventory fresh. But I think with the inventory swap, I think that's something that you do after you try all the other things, because there are a lot of different ways to get rid of your inventory without doing swaps and without losing money on shipping. So we'll go through some of these. One thing that you can do is if people are like, oh, my house just isn't big enough. You can kind of see around when you're doing an inventory, excuse me, when you're doing an open house, it takes space sometimes. So what you can do is offer up your own home. Some people don't want people in their house. And I tried to do, before my basement was being renovated, I tried to do at least one open house for myself and then one hostess party at my house. I don't go into people's houses anymore, which it's a fantastic, if you can, go. There's some people on the team that swear by them, that will have, every time they go, they're rocking $2,000. And you're talking a 7-hour day to make $2,000. Yeah, and when I say 7-hour days, I'm saying breaking down, setting up, hosting that hour-and-a-half party, breaking back down, and then resetting back up. 7, 8, 9 hours for $2,000. It might seem like a lot of work, but it's $2,000. And guess what, ladies? You have no shipping, no labeling, none of that. No, how many people saying, your 48 hours are up or your 24 hours up. In-homes are really the place to be. So whether you are doing it in their home or in your home, get out there, do those in-homes. So if you offer the in-homes at your own house, there's no setting up. There might be wheeling everything outside into a bigger room, but that's it. And you don't have to, you don't have to do food, nothing of that. Have that hostess come 15, 20 minutes before the party's supposed to start. Prep her, say, hey, I want you trying on the different outfits. These are all the shirts. These are all the dresses. Don't let anyone go into the dressing room with just one item. Upselling, saying, oh, you're looking at an Amelia. Whoa, try this beautiful leopard print joy with it. It's amazing, that types of upsells. But have that hostess helping you out while you're doing those in-home parties. Offer some incentives for booking in-homes. Offer some incentives for booking an online. Not everyone wants to do an in-home pop-up, but if you're going to do an online pop-up, you need to make sure that your hostess is involved. If you have a hostess that just says, oh, I would love to do a pop-up, an online pop-up, and that's it, your pop-up's going to fail. You have to make sure that your hostess prepping is huge. You have to coach your hostess. Even if it's like saying, okay, it's 2 days before your party, let's start tagging friends and, hey, this would be amazing, or hey, look at this different style, and work with your hostess. Online pop-ups aren't going to be just easy. They're not just going to be, oh, here, I'm making all this money. You have to work for it just as much as your hostess. Your hostess is earning free product, which means they should be doing the work too. They should be, my most successful hostesses are those that are posting pictures of themselves in what they're wearing, and they are posting every single day a week leading up to the party, so it's a big deal. Lynn are doing local vendor shows. Those are big daddies, and this is something that a lot of times they're craft and vendor shows. You can do one that is just a variety where you might be the only LulaRoe consultant. I know, like at my high school that I teach at, we have ours is I think next weekend, where we have 45 different vendors of Pampered Chef, Tastefully Simple, Avon's, Stamp, or not Stamp It Up, that's old, but all of the different vendors, and we set up one LulaRoe. So find that. If you can't find any, or maybe they're all booked, create your own. If you have a neighborhood who has a country club or a clubhouse, or if you have a house that's maybe large enough that you yourself could have 4, 5, 6 of you, invite everyone over, whether it's a pre-Black Friday type of event or just any event. It doesn't have to be a special event. You could just say, hey, there's 6 of us coming together and we're going to have ... and you're going to have all those. That's a huge thing. So don't just expect to be given these vendor shows. Vendor shows can sometimes be really hard to find, and it's kind of like a which we'll talk about in a second, but multis are this kind of same thing as the vendor shows. Create your own. If you can't find one, create your own. Most local clubhouses are only like $100 or $200 to book out. So if you guys want to book them out and you have 6 or 7, you're only talking $20, $30, $40. If you're willing to put down $50 or $60 for a high school show, put down $50 or $60 for your own local show. I'm telling you right now, it will be a great success. And also, if you're doing it at home, each of you spend $20 and boost your Facebook post. Put them on, I don't know what Craigslist, you could, but I would make sure that there's men at the house too. Well, Craigslist to me is just a little freaky thing, but finding ways, whether it is marketing it at older people neighborhoods. I know one of our neighborhoods by the high school I work at, they get upset when there aren't flyers. Like one of the older ladies that lives in the community came up to me when I ran the show last year and said, we were really disappointed. None of us knew about it because no one had the bulletin boards. So put it on the bulletin boards in the library, your local libraries, in Giants or Harris Teeter's or Food Lion type things. Putting them in clubhouses. Put up those flyers wherever you can. They're going to go there. You just don't know who's going to see them. Join local vendor swap groups. This is a big one because it's kind of your own little networking. So I know there are some of my friends who sell Pampered Chef. When I need Pampered Chef, I go to them. I'm not looking for parties. It's just something that I go to them, and when my friends need it, I refer them out to them too. But so there's lots of, when I say usually like this, it's a Facebook local vendor page, but there's lots of them. I mean, you can get where I'm out of Northern Virginia, and we have Northern Virginia. We have a Prince William County one. We have a Greater Prince William one. I mean, we have a Western Prince William one. There's so many different Facebook sites that you can find. Join local vendor pages. That's the same thing. So it's allowing you to showcase your Facebook page. You can possibly sell your items there. You're having a place to advertise. So like we have one, we have like the Western Prince William Chatter or whatever it's called. And anytime, and there's lots of us around here. I mean, there's probably at least 60, 70 LulaRoe consultants. And anytime people are having page pop-ups, they post it on there. And it's just one other avenue that you can put your information on. This is a big one because this has been huge success. Host and organize a local LulaPalooza event. And don't worry, even if you're in North Virginia, I mean, there are LulaPaloozas every single weekend. Sometimes there's one on Saturday during the day, sometimes Saturday night, sometimes Sunday. They're all the time, but it's all right. You're looking at 10, 15, 20 different consultants coming together, which means that's 10, 15, 20 VIP pages, or not pages, but of their customer base. And you just go in and you just showcase what you got. And this is one cool thing is instead of, this was one of the things that I was saying, rather than doing a swap, getting in these LulaPalooza events, getting in these vendor shows, getting in these multi-consultants, it allows you to showcase your old stuff without people knowing it's old. It's surprising that even some of my girlfriends will come over to my house and they're like, oh my gosh, is this brand new? And I'm like, no, it's been in my inventory for a month. Like, really? I haven't seen it online. And I'm like, no, it's in there. And they're like, whoa, it looks nothing like it. So a lot of times the product in person looks way different than what you're seeing online. So even your VIPs, when they are able to get into your inventory and touch your inventory, they see brand new stuff. So it's something that's huge for you guys to be able to showcase old inventory. And even new inventory. I mean, you'll hear me say it all the time, the more inventory you have, the more you can sell. But at our LulaPalooza events, I think most people are walking out of there with minimum $1,000 in sales. And I think my greatest sales I've ever had at a vendor show was like $3,500. And we're talking in a 5-hour event, 5-hour day. So they're absolutely huge. Definitely something for you guys to think about. And you guys can do them yourself. You don't have to wait for someone to put them on. If you put them on like the homies page, or if you're not local and you're in Pittsburgh and you can put on your local pages, hey, who wants to do an event? I'm telling you right now, people are desperate for shows. So if you're going, hey, I'm putting this together, and you put it together, people are going to flock to you. You don't have to worry about no one coming to you. And my best advice, and I know Michelle Kern did an amazing video or amazing training on it a couple weeks ago. But one way that you can get these locations without spending money or having like $1,000, not $1,000 donation, but $1,000 room fee is reach out to local high schools and middle schools. And reach out to like the SCAs, reach out to the cheer, reach out to like a DECA type of event, Key Club, and just say, hey, I am looking at doing a fundraiser for you guys. What? Hold on, you want to do it for us? We sure do. So why you're reaching out to these organizations is because if you reach out to an organization and the organization sponsors your LulaPalooza, the building is free. So when we do the Battlefield LulaPalooza here in Haymarket, we do it at Battlefield, and we are able to do it free with a donation. So we have, I think, all the consultants, I think we pay $60 or $70. We pay $60 or $70, and that is donated to the DECA kids. And that allows us, rather than paying the $1,500 or $2,000 for their school for those hours, we don't have to pay for that. All we're doing is giving a donation. So that's the best of two worlds. Kids are able to get help making their way to nationals for the national competition, which is like a $1,200 thing. Excuse me. And then you're getting a cheaper room fee. And you might think, well, $6 is a lot of money. But if you guys are all advertising on your page right now, you're going to make that back tenfold. I mean, we were making that first one was $3,500, and I think the average one that they did a couple weeks ago and the average person was making like $1,500 or $2,000 in sales. So that $70 is nothing. It's going to be well worth it. So if that's something that you are looking into, contact me, reach out. I know, what's Lisa's last name? Is it, oh, I forget which Lisa did it. I'm sorry, Lisa. But Lisa's put one together. Jen Smith's put one together. Michelle Kern put one together. I think Courtney Falk has put one together. Courtney Springhetti has put one together. There is a lot of us on the team that have put these together. So please reach out to us because we can help you do these LulaPaloozas. Don't just wait for other people to put them on, because when someone else puts it on and they say, and they put it on the page going, hey, who wants in? I got 10 people and you're not on the page. Those 10 spots are going to go within minutes. So put them on together. It's really, truly, honestly, not a difficult thing to do. But doing local LulaPaloozas are big ones. Contact local organizations, friends, neighbors who might be looking for an amazing and easy fundraiser. Someone made a good idea about going on the GoFundMe, reaching out to GoFundMe, and come up to or find local organizations that are looking for a fundraiser and go on the GoFundMe and say, hey, I see that you are looking to fundraise blah, blah, blah. I would love to be able to help you. And even if it's local money to adopt, say, hey, I would love to be able to help you guys get this little baby home to you guys. What if we did a event, and I will bring all my stuff to you guys, and you invite all your friends, and your friends know that you want to adopt, and your friends are wanting to help you out, and I will give you 30% of all the sales. Something like that. And you can choose the rewards. Me personally, I would probably go all of it, because those are brand new people that I have never reached out to. And I'm a big believer that the more you give, the more you're going to get. So you might have a $5,000 fundraiser. You might give them $2,500. But your time is not going to be, you're giving back. You're giving back to the community. And this is one thing that LulaRoe culture really wants us to do. We want to give back. But these people are going to say, wow. And when they want that LulaRoe next time, guess who they're going to call? They're going to call you. And maybe if you're like, okay, I'm not at that point yet, I can't give my time for free yet, say I'll give 30%, and you're still going to make 20%. If you have a $2,000 party, $400, you're still going to make $400 on keeping 20% of it. And I'm doing my math right. And you're still going to give these people a big chunk of change. So GoFundMe is something that you can reach out or look onto. People have lots and lots and lots and lots of GoFundMe fundraisers, so that's something that you can do. You can offer a discounted mystery legging club, which means just you can say for X dollars for X amount of dollars, they are able to buy 2 pairs. But remember, when you're doing this, don't give just your fugglies. You have to throw in good stuff too. For my mystery leggings, I would never give the bottom of the barrel. And I know it sounds terrible to say bottom of the barrel, but maybe the things that you've had for a while. Keep those things that are really good, but maybe aren't your unicorns. Throw in your unicorns, but I have 200 Chow and Kirby right now, and there's some really good prints, but because I had 300 pairs or whatever it was, I'm still sitting at some. So this is one way to move it and saying, these are some amazing ones. And I know there's a couple like Nicole, I think it was Nicole she had, I think, sold like $500 off of two hot unicorn prints. Saying you have a 1 in 5 chance of getting this. A lot of people, you see all the prints saying, these are the 10 prints that you have the possibility of getting. If they know exactly what they're going to be able to get, like worst case scenario, this is what they're going to get, you never know. People might bite on that for that one hot item. Offer legging club, meaning you could do, it could be a 1 month, it could be a 3 month, it could be a 6 month, and you could say, you get them to write out a little thing saying, this is what I like, and then you send them a surprise every month. Again, don't give them the fugglies or what you would consider the fugglies that haven't sold in a while. If someone says, I like floral, I like bright florals, find them bright florals. And you could do it where, and obviously as you have to maintain MAP, so this is something that you would need to do in a private message or in an email, where you could say, if you do it for 1 month, it's $25. If you do it for 3 months, it's $23 a pair. If you do it for 6 months, it's $20. Because remember, we are allowed to sell leggings between $20 and $25. We have to maintain MAP online prices. Okay, so as long as you're saying, hey, private message me, you're in compliance. So if you say, if you do 6 month legging club, you're getting those leggings for $20, you're still in compliance. because you're doing it in a private message. You're not airing it out there. You're not announcing it to the world, but you're also still selling within LuLaRow's suggested retail, which is 20 to 25. I am not on one of this, but if there is something that I have done it in the past, but I won't do it again. But I know a lot of people do it. But you can host an online clearance pop-up. So if maybe it's the time of the season, you're like, you know what, my inventory is way too large, and I'm trying to get rid of the Azures and the Maxis. Let's just get rid of these, or I don't want to sell them. They're not selling anymore, so let's try to give them at a deep discount. You can do that, but just remember that you need to PM the prices, that they cannot be listed out online. Okay, they cannot be listed. The MAP prices, and when I say MAP, let me see if I do. For those of you that aren't sure, maybe you're a QB, you have to sell online for this price. Okay, so like for Maxis, for example, you can sell them anywhere between $35 to $42, but online you must sell them for $42. So you can go down as far as $35. Okay, so you can go down as far as $35. One big one, I know we've talked about this before quite a bit, but for those that haven't heard me say, retake your pictures. Don't know what it is, don't know what the magic of retaking pictures is, but that moment that you take those you retake pictures and you've re-put them up there, it's amazing how much you sell. I remember when we were having a shipping drought where it was taking us quite some time, I looked at my husband and said, oh my God, I order every 2 to 3 days. And even then I had like a week where I didn't order anything, and I didn't get stuff for 2 weeks. And I was like, and I pop up every Thursday night, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, I have nothing to do. So at that point, my husband's my photographer, and he was like, I need to retake pictures anyway, so let me retake them. I think I sold like $1,500, and I looked at him and was like, what? Are you kidding me? This is stuff we've had. And for whatever the magic of retaking pictures is, it takes you hours on end, but there's a magic to taking pictures. So if you don't have a lighting kit, go out, buy that $50, $60 lighting kit. There's a fantastic lighting kit in the files. Go on the lighting kit and retake your pictures. Take some pictures outside, even if you're just, take them right next to a window, whatever it might be. We take our pictures at midnight, so going outside or lighting really doesn't help us. We do it late at night, usually when I'm doing a pop-up, my husband's in the other room. But taking those pictures, there's magic in retaking those pictures. This is a huge one because there are a couple of Lula Happy Homies who do $20,000 in sales a month by multis. Multis are huge events. The reason that they're so big is all of your old inventory is fresh inventory for some people. You might have stuff from a year ago. You might have stuff from 6 months ago. But guess what? If I'm a newbie coming into LuLaRow and I've never seen your stuff, and I'm on a new multi, and you're on 5 multis a week, those are 5 people or 5 groups of people who have never seen your inventory. And this might be something that maybe you had 10 pieces of. And I mean, I used to have duplicates. Back in the day when I would order 100 pairs of leggings, I would get 4 to 5 styles or 4 to 5 prints. That's it. So I remember opening a box going, what the heck am I going to do with 25 pairs of leggings? But guess what, guys? They all sold. Now, did they sell overnight? No, but they did sell. I mean, it was amazing. If you see these pairs right here, these are some of my new tall and curvy. These like colorful ones, I got 5, or no, I got more than that. I got like 8 of them. And I was like, are you kidding me? I got 8 duplicates. My husband looked at me and said, Amy, you used to get 25 to 30. And I was like, yeah, you got a point. And they would all sell. So if you were putting those 8 leggings in 5, 6, 7 different multis, they're brand new to each multi. So multis are huge. Well, how do you get into multis? Guys, look around. They are everywhere. Every single page. I mean, all you got to do, go into Facebook and put LLR multi, Lula multi, put them in there. Ask on the team page. There are some of you guys on here that are freaking multi rock stars. Jen Smith does $20,000 a month on multis. She has a fantastic VIP page, but her multis, her bulk of her business is coming from multis, and it's humongous. I have another girlfriend that I went to high school with. She cruise qualified on just multis alone, and that's it. Because multis are humongous. Are there going to be some that are flops? Oh, yeah, I've done some multis that I did too. Well, granted, I've only done 2 multis, and I don't do multis. I've done a couple, and I've said that I want to start because I want to clear out some of my older stuff that my VIPs are sick of seeing. But We have the team one, and we're going to start a new one shortly. We have the kids one, so we have two. We have a normal Facebook loading one, and then we have a normal kid Facebook loading one. We are going to start a Shop the Row party link, which I'll go over. That's another idea in a second. But so those are some ideas, but find those multis, guys. I'm telling you right now, some multis you do have to pay, some of them, but those that you're paying like $10, and you're paying $10 because they're doing sponsored ads, and those sponsored ads are big ones. People don't stick in multis that aren't successful. So if you're paying $10 and people are repetitively paying over and over and over, they're good ones. Some of the top multis, are booked out 1, 2, 3 months in advance. Okay, so this is a huge one. We are going to be doing a team one on December 2nd, which that was not the purpose of this, but which you will start hearing about shortly. So that it's a big one. But so ask around, ask where those multi-consultants are, because if you're stuck in a rut, and if you are like a lot of people that don't want to buy until you sell, multis are the number one way for you guys to go, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you are not buying, you are not going to be successful. You are not going to hit your goals. Now, if you have a goal of just selling 20 items a month, yeah, you're probably going to be fine. But if you are looking to actually make decent money, when I say make decent money, I'm talking $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month. You need to move your inventory, and multis are one way that can allow you to move your inventory without putting it in initially. But once you sell 33, you have to buy 33 more. If you're going to sell your inventory and your inventory numbers go from 300 to 250 to 225 to 200, just sell out everything. Like, I'm legitimately at this point, sell everything, because you're not going to be successful. You have to keep buying. So with multis, the first day that you sell 33, you get out there and you buy 33 more pieces, if not more. If you can get out there and buy 50, the more you have, the more you sell. My most successful vendor shows and multis are when my inventory is stacked. That day that I had a $3,500 inventory or $3,500 vendor show, I just got 2 huge new boxes in, and I sold a ton. The person sitting next to me, and I don't even know who it was, but the person sitting next to me, if their inventory was half of mine, they can't have a $3,500. You can't have a $3,500 party if you only have 200 pieces in your inventory. I might have had like 700-800 pieces. So I try to sit right between 750 and 1,000. That's my magic number. So definitely try to get those multis and to sell out stuff. I mentioned the multi just because it is one way to get you kind of, if you have been out of the business for a while, it's one awesome way for you to get you in. And a lot of people are kind of stopping the VIP pages. Some are. I mean, obviously some people, a lot of us sell like hotcakes. I still do $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 every single month just on my VIP pages. And that's me doing like minimum. That's me just doing bare minimum because I'm spending so much time on the team. But I always want to maintain minimum. My numbers, I want to sit between 6 and 8. I'm between 10 and 12. I would like to always cruise qualify every month if I can. That's my goal, is to start cruise qualifying every month again, because I cruise qualified and then kind of spend so much time on the team. So have that goal, is to just, pick a number and keep at that number. Okay, another one that's been really cool lately too is ask a fellow consultant to swap pages. So if you just want to do a 48-hour swap, Michelle takes her entire inventory down and I put my inventory on hers, and she puts it on mine. So that's one way of doing it too, because then you're getting all new customer base. Now, another thing that you can do is what we've just, a few of us have started doing, shop the row multis. And this is awesome. If you have a smaller inventory and you're like, okay, I need people to see my inventory, or I don't, my order didn't come in. So this was one awesome thing. My inventory didn't come in. So what am I going to give my guests, or what am I going to give my customers? So Shop the Row does what's called Shop the Row party links, and I think Integrated Row does it too. So do it that way. Do it whichever way you can. But so with like the Shop the Row party links, for example, like this week, Michelle Curran and I did a party link on Thursday night. So we were both able to upload our inventory by one click of a button. Like literally, we hit select all, add to party, and that was done. And then we had a link, and we were able to share the link. And when we shared the link, both of our inventories were together. You couldn't tell whose was. It didn't say like this is Michelle's, this is Amy's. Only way you could tell is because our pictures were different. But I've done one with Jamie Bagley, extremely successful. I did one with Gina Hilton, extremely successful. I did one with Michelle Curran. So the thing about it is, guys, if you're, even if you're just doing it once a week, I call it Twice the Fun Thursday. So, it's something that Keena and I are going to do it, I think, this upcoming week. My sister and I are doing ours on Sunday. We're doing it Sister Sunday, or Sister Sunday, maybe I think that's what we're calling it. But so it's just allowing you to have more exposure. And you're, again, old product or product that maybe is not moving as quickly as you would like in your own VIP pages, when it's exposed to other people, it's awesome. And that's actually what we're going to do for Lula Happy's third consultant. We are going to do, or multi-consultant, we're going to start a multi-consultant of just Shop the Row. Just Shop the Row. And it has to be party links. So if you're not Shop the Row, you can't do it, unfortunately. But if you're Integrate Row, start one up. You can still do that one. It's awesome. That won't hurt you to do that. And so some people like to, when I did the Shop the Row party link on my own page, I had so many people private message me saying, "Oh my God, Amy, this is so much better to shop than your Facebook pages." And I'm like, really? I personally like the Facebook pages better. It saves hours of my time uploading, but it's awesome. So doing that Shop the Party links, and you can do it. There are some multi-consultants, that's all it is click, you're in, you're good. And when someone claims it off one party, it takes it off all of your party links. So it's something that you can do, is start exploring into Shop the Row party links. And then you can want a couple things, hand out business cards to everyone. If anyone says anything. My husband was going in for a doctor's appointment, and the two nurses were talking about my leggings, and he's like, "Give her your business cards." And I'm like, "Dude, you're on the table, and he's like, "Well, Amy, you never know." I'm like, "You're right." So give those business cards to every single person. Even if you're at a restaurant and say 5% off, give those. You've been spotted in the wild. Make those little cards. You don't have to pay for them, or you don't have to buy them off getmyleggings.com. You can do them on your printer. We have the files on our team page. So add those, and every crazy person that you see out on the street, hand them out. 5% off, $5 off, 10% off their new things, whatever it might be. If you want to sell LulaRow, you need to wear LulaRow. And this is a big one, because some people are like, "I don't want to take out of my inventory." Girls, take out of your inventory. Even if it's one item per box, you need to wear it. I don't care what it is. Right now, I'm wearing, so my outfit, this is every day. This is every day. I have a pair of leggings on. I have my knotted Carly, so I have a Carly, and I have a Sarah, just like that. And all I did was go to the movies. I went to the movies this morning with my kids. And you've got to be wearing it every single day wherever you go. And if anyone says, "Oh, that's LulaRow, I love," me, like, "Oh, hold on. There's your business card opportunity. Get out of that comfort zone." I'm telling you guys, I've said it before, but here's your comfort zone. The magic happens all around you. So make sure that you are getting out of that comfort zone and facing those fears. I'm an introvert. You guys may not realize it, but I'm a hardcore introvert. I'm very comfortable with the people that I am friends with, but LulaRow has really taught me that I can't be my introvert. I can be my introvert all I want, but when it comes to my business, I can't. If I want to be successful, I have to get out there. I have to put myself out there. So do that. Post daily on Instagram. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, because I do like day 1, 2, and 3, and I'm like, I forget it. But even every time, every time you think of it, post on Instagram. Even if you're taking someone else's stuff, most people will put out there, even if you're redoing Deanne's post and saying, "Oh my God, look what's coming. The elegant line's coming," and put your Facebook page on there. Just get your information. That's all it is. Get your information out. There are some people that are famous or that are very successful within LulaRow because their Instagram pages are so freaking amazing. So be that person. Be that person. Go live. There's a coach in our surrounding area that she started in January, and she's about to hit mentor. And I asked her, I said, how'd you get there that quick? And she said, "Well, I was just plain Jane until Facebook Live happened." And then once Facebook Live happened, she said her team exploded. She's now getting about $50,000, $60,000 downline checks. She says the only piece of advice for her was Facebook Live. Her or her husband goes live every single day. So today they will go and grab, okay, I'm going to do all my classics today. And they will take their classics and they will do their classics tomorrow. And then the next day is Joy's and Sarah's. And that's all they do every single day. And some days she'll say, I'll sell 50, and some days I will sell 3. Last week she sold, I think she uploaded like 100, or she showed 115 pairs of leggings. She sold like 115 pairs of leggings. It's slightly outrageous. So going Facebook Live is huge. Periscoping. A lot of the LulaRoe consultants who are very well known, who have huge sales, they do it through Periscope, because one thing that allows people to feel a connection, and they get to know you. And I see that all the time. It's one thing that I've told my husband, that when I quit my job after this year, that's one thing that I want to make sure that I'm doing is lots of Facebook Live. And I want to be known as, oh, that girl's going to be going on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and she's doing this. And that's what we're going to do. Because people get to see your personality. And I've gone live so many times and people are like, oh my gosh, you are infectious. You love this. You are so happy. You're so, because I love it. And if I'm just typing, you can't tell. So try to go live. And then I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, you could do, sorry, there was one other one that as I was thinking, there's so many ideas and I have stuff written down, but do a legging basket. So this is something that you guys can do, is that if you have someone that loves your product, say, okay, well, let me give you 10 pairs of leggings and you take them out to your friends and bring me back whatever you don't have. For if you sell all of these, you get any item that you want. Or you can set up in like the dance studios. These moms are sitting there for hours on ends. These dance and cheerleaders, I think my sister sits and cheer for like 3 hours. Oh my gosh, kill me now, seriously. But sitting there for like 3 hours, bring it. Have it there, even if you're kind of obnoxious and you're like, you want to have a LulaRoe party? Fantastic. Let me give you the dates. And totally make it up. And people are like, you're LulaRoe what? And so you can kind of like book parties. Guys, remember what Deanne says. Fake it till you make it. So setting up at different locations are a big one. Bringing in just a little trunk or just bringing in one baggie, one like IKEA bag full of different leggings to your workplace or whatever it might be. Asking your friends to go in and set up during lunch hours. Lunch hours are a big one. Or even doing, I know Jamie talked about going around and asking for hair salons or nail salons. She said hair salons are better because they're there longer. And when you're stuck with when I'm stuck covering this, I'm stuck there for an hour or an hour and a half. So it would give me something to do. So going even to like hair salons are a huge one. Just anywhere you can go for like lunch hours and stuff like that. They might be really, really successful. So just thinking outside the box. Don't expect things to always just be handed to you. You may have to go out and say, okay, this is what I'm looking for. This is what my goal is. This is, what I need to do. Contact those mommies. If you are stay at home or if you work from home and you are able to give some daytime hours, Dan talked about how amazing daytime hour events are. Don't always do everything at night because sometimes nights are set for family. That's the time that they have for themselves. So if you are able to do stuff during the day, I know like my neighbor, for example, her kids are in school. She doesn't have a lot to do during the day. All she does is volunteers. She doesn't have a part-time job or anything of that sort. So if I was able to have an open house from 10 to 2, the kids get dropped off or the bus comes at 8:30 and they can go home, put on their big blue bathrobe, just kidding, Kina, put on some clothes and come out and shop for a couple hours, have a little girl time, have a little adult time. You will just be surprised at how many you get. So try to do daytime hours. Don't always do nights and weekends. So that's a huge one, are those daytime hours. But there are just so many different opportunities or different avenues that you guys can reach out to. Don't just be stuck just online. And I know so many of us want that easy out or easy money online, but it's not always going to get there. None of us started with just online. Okay, maybe some did, but from the beginning, people, we didn't start online. Remember when LulaRoe came out, they didn't even have Facebook. So maybe they did. Yeah, maybe they did. But they had more maxis. So I don't think they did actually have Facebook. I don't know, whatever, sorry. But that's not their means. They were, going from house to house to house. And I know some of you have joined this company, so you don't have to do that. But there might have to be getting you some kind of, you in their face. So whether it is on Live or Periscope or anything of that sort. But don't worry about it. I mean, we've all messed up. I've said naughty stuff on live before, and I was like, oh, my bad. Thank goodness it was very little. But so just get out of that comfort zone and start, if you need to keep watching this over and over to kind of find different ideas, do it. Don't just be stuck on one way and only one way, or the 2 ways or 3 ways. When people come to me and say, I'm stuck, I start saying, okay, well, what have you done on the list? And that's a big thing, is keep going down that list, and I will add the additional stuff that the list only has, I think I come, like you can kind of see, there's 2 pages. I kind of always just kind of have them around me, and every time I think of something new, I add it. So I think the one only goes to here, but I'll add these down here. But just remember that a lot of times it just takes that one big online pop-up, that one in-host, that one vendor show, or just that one thing that gets the ball rolling again. So don't get discouraged. Just keep pushing through. Because we all have our hard times. We all sometimes, get lost in the sauce or move or whatever it might be, where we kind of put LulaRoe to the wayside just because our life happens and life comes in, comes in between it. So you can get it back out there. Just start going through the list. And if you are stuck, head to your sponsor, head to me. I will be more than welcome, or more than happy to, get on a call with you and see what we can do to keep your business going. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. Hope this helped.